Today, we're delving into the fascinating world of ancient Egypt, a civilization that has left an incredible mark on history. Join us as we uncover 5 intriguing facts about this remarkable ancient civilization. Fact number 1. The Nile River made ancient Egypt rich. The Nile River, stretching over 4,100 miles, was the lifeblood of ancient Egypt. Its annual flooding brought fertility to the land, which then provided for food and resources. The ancient Egyptians recognized the importance of this flooding, and they carefully invented a system to harness the river's power for their benefit. They created irrigation canals, channels, and reservoirs to distribute the water across their fields. The river also provided a vital transportation network, connecting different regions of Egypt. Boats sailed up and down the river, carrying goods, people, and ideas. The Nile became an exceptionally important factor for their economic growth. But the Nile held an even greater significance to the ancient Egyptians beyond its practicality. They regarded the river as sacred, believing it to be a divine gift from the gods. They worshipped Hapi, the god of the Nile, who was responsible for the river's floods. Rituals and festivals were held to honor Hapi, expressing gratitude for the abundance he bestowed upon the land. The Nile River was not merely a physical entity. It represented the cycle of life and death, mirroring the ancient Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife. The Nile's constant flow symbolized continuity, regeneration, and the eternal journey of the soul. Today, the Nile continues to be a lifeline for the people of Egypt, supporting their agriculture, industry, and daily lives. It stands as a testament to the ingenuity and reverence of the ancient Egyptians, who understood the profound importance of this majestic river. Fact number 2. Crocodiles as pets. The idea of ancient Egyptians keeping crocodiles as pets might seem quite unusual, but it was indeed a practice that existed within their culture. Crocodiles held a significant place in the mythology and religious beliefs of ancient Egypt. They were associated with Sobek, the crocodile god, who was worshipped as a powerful deity. Sobek was believed to have dominion over the Nile and was associated with fertility, protection, and strength. It was common for temples to have pools or sanctuaries where crocodiles were kept, revered as living embodiments of Sobek. Some individuals, particularly the wealthy and influential, would take crocodiles from the wild and raise them as pets in their own homes. These pet crocodiles were given special treatment and adorned with jewelry, such as necklaces or bracelets, to symbolize their sacred status. They were fed with the finest foods, including fish and meat, to ensure their well-being. Keeping a crocodile as a pet was seen as a symbol of prestige and power. It was believed that having a crocodile in the household would bring good fortune, protection, and divine favor from Sobek. These reptiles were considered guardians against evil spirits and were thought to ward off potential dangers, including threats from other animals or humans. The relationship between ancient Egyptians and their pet crocodiles went beyond mere ownership. They developed a bond and connection with these creatures, treating them as esteemed members of the family. In some instances, crocodiles were even given names and were mourned when they passed away, with their bodies being carefully preserved and mummified. Fact number 3. Ancient Egyptian medicine was advanced for its time. Did you know that ancient Egyptian medicine was far more advanced than we would think? Ancient Egyptian medicine was remarkably advanced for its time, showcasing the civilization's deep understanding of the human body, medical practices, and the use of natural remedies. The ancient Egyptians had a comprehensive medical system that encompassed various branches of healthcare. They had specialized physicians who focused on different areas like general medicine, dentistry, ophthalmology, and even veterinary medicine. These physicians received extensive training, often passed down through generations, and some medical knowledge was also acquired through observation and trial and error. The Egyptians understood the importance of hygiene and cleanliness in preventing diseases. They emphasized the regular washing of the body as well as maintaining a clean living environment. They also used natural substances with antimicrobial properties, such as honey and garlic, to dress wounds and prevent infection. The use of herbal remedies was an integral part of ancient Egyptian medicine. They employed a wide array of plants and herbs to treat various ailments. For example, a mixture of honey, beer, and animal fat was often used as an antibiotic ointment. Other plants like aloe vera, myrrh, and frankincense were also used for their medicinal properties. Ancient Egyptians were known for their extensive knowledge of anatomy. They possessed a fairly accurate understanding of the human body and its organs. However, due to religious and cultural beliefs surrounding mummification and the afterlife, autopsies were not performed, limiting their knowledge of internal organs. While their methods may seem unconventional compared to modern medicine, their knowledge and practices laid the foundation for the medical advancements that followed in later civilizations. Fact number 4. Ancient Egyptians loved playing board games. Board games held a significant place in ancient Egyptian culture, providing both entertainment and opportunities for social interaction. These games were not just a form of leisure but also had deeper symbolic and religious significance. One of the most popular board games in ancient Egypt was Senet. Senet had a history that spanned thousands of years and was played by people from all social classes. The game board consisted of 30 squares arranged in a rectangular grid, and it was played with pawns or stones. The objective was to move the pawns across the board, following the throws of 4-sided sticks or throwing sticks, known as knucklebones, which determine the number of moves. Senet held symbolic meaning beyond mere entertainment. It was believed to represent the journey of the deceased through the afterlife. The movement of the pawns across the board was seen as a metaphor for the soul's progression and the challenges it faced in the realm of the dead. Senet boards and game sets were often placed in tombs as a means to ensure the deceased's successful passage into the afterlife. Another popular game was Mehen, named after a protective snake deity. Mehen featured a circular board depicting the coiled body of a snake divided into different sections. The players moved their pieces along the body of the snake, trying to reach the center. Mehen was likely a race game with an emphasis on luck and strategy. The ancient Egyptians also enjoyed playing hounds and jackals, a game that imitated the hunting of animals. The game board depicted a grid with symbols representing hounds and jackals, and players competed to move their pieces towards the finish line. These board games were not just confined to the upper classes. Evidence suggests that people from various social strata, including children, played these games. Board games were often depicted in tomb paintings, indicating their widespread popularity and their integration into daily life. Fact number 5. We all know the Great Pyramids of Giza, but did you know this about the pyramids? The pyramids were not built by slaves. The prevailing evidence suggests that the pyramids of ancient Egypt were not built by slaves. The construction of these monumental structures involved a highly organized and skilled workforce, comprising thousands of laborers, craftsmen, and artisans. Let's explore this topic further. The workers who participated in pyramid construction were not slaves, as commonly depicted in popular culture. They were actually skilled and respected individuals who were employed by the state and worked in a coordinated manner. They were organized into work gangs, with each gang specializing in a specific aspect of construction, such as quarrying, moving stones, or carving and sculpting. They were often farmers or local inhabitants who temporarily engaged in construction work during the agricultural off-seasons. It is believed that the workers were provided with fair wages, accommodation, and a regular supply of food. Archaeological evidence shows that they were well fed, as their diet consisted of a variety of food items, including meat, fish, vegetables, and bread. Their living quarters, known as workmen's villages, have been discovered near pyramid sites. Furthermore, the construction of the pyramids was a source of great national pride for ancient Egyptians. It was considered a sacred duty and an honor to participate in the building of these monumental structures, which were primarily intended as tombs for the pharaohs. The workers would have viewed their contribution as a highly prestigious endeavor involving not only physical labor but also craftsmanship and artistry. And so, we have come to the end of our journey through the mysteries of ancient Egypt. Did any of these facts surprise you? If you have any questions or suggestions, then please feel free to comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible top 5 lists.